OK, just about half an hour now until the race gets going. Of course, Ferrari, they'll be desperate to get back to winning ways and possibly pick up the championship next season. But if there's one guy who's never going to win a championship, in fact, never even going to win a race, it's yours truly. However, to support Go Motorsports, it was decided that I should jump in a car and take to the track at Silverstone. And as you saw yesterday, things didn't exactly go to plan.
Brake hard, Jake. Brake.
That was thoroughly embarrassing. I've got panic in my eyes. Right, so 3 steady laps just to qualify.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore.
My first full-on crash had really knocked the wind out of my sails.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fed up though. Wayne's going to be furious with me, isn't he? Wayne, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
But one big question still remained. Had I done enough to qualify?
I've had enough drama for one weekend. I can't cope with the pressure of this anymore. However, looking at the times, which have just been dropped off, Jake Humphrey is starting 41st out of 48 cars. How about that?
I think he's exceeded our expectations.
Yeah, compared to what we would on the track day that he did.
Where he started, he's
a lot further up than we thought he was going to be.
Emotionally at this point, I was drained. Still shaken from the crash, but relieved not to have qualified last. However, there was still the race to get through, and I needed all the help I could get.
My old manager, some of you might know, Mr. Jordan.
Ah, Mr. Eddie Jordan,
once told me, hold it tight and leather it way out.
You know, I've got a damaged car now.
Ran out of talent.
Listen, I never had any to start with. There's no running out of talent for me. It's not having any that's the problem.
All too soon, it was time to go.
Right, this is it. Balaclava going on now for the race. The aim of qualifying was not to qualify last on the grid. I've achieved that. Now the aim in the race is not to finish last and to finish. I think it was Ron Dennis said that to finish last, first you have to finish. So, no, he didn't. He said to finish first you have to finish. This is it. This is it. Oh my gosh. Here we go. I don't want to leave this nice safe garage, and I don't want to stall it in front of all these people either.
I knew I'd been privileged to have been given this opportunity, but at this point I just wanted it to be over and to be in one piece on the other side.
You got to remember,
Come back safely.
drive it like it's
Drive it like it's stolen.
Okay.
We're almost ready to go at Silverstone in 2009, and we're ready and off!
All I needed was a few good laps to settle me down, and I knew I could do the team proud. But then fate stepped in. Carnage ensued, and all thoughts of racing went out the window.
Oh my gosh. There must have been about 20 crashes in that first lap. I don't believe it. I don't know if I got a damaged car. People just go mad.
The steering wheel's probably out. The angles of the front wheels are probably out.
The car doesn't feel great now.
He's trying to nurse home, but what a nailed car.
Just lost all confidence in the car.
My very first race had become a battle just to make it to the finish.
He's just being passed by the back marker, the last person.
My heart sunk as it became clear I was last. But I wasn't prepared to just give up.
Come on, remember what you were taught, Jake. Remember what you were taught, you shouldn't be last.
Come on, Jake, keep pushing, Jake.
Brake. Third gear.
They need to find 7 seconds in the next 5 minutes to make sure that he doesn't finish last.
Come on, Jake, keep going.
He is catching him.
Right, come on, Jake, last lap. Make this the best lap of your life.
Last lap, mate, keep going.
Well, it may not have been the race I dreamt about, and perhaps I was last, but against a bunch of experienced racers, I'd done it.
Man, that was difficult. The whole aim of this exercise was to show people at home how difficult it is to get into a racing car and compete with people, and I think I've ably shown just how hard this is. Put me in front of a TV camera in front of a few million people any day, but not back in the seat of a racing car. I'll leave it to people with a lot more talent than me. Slow, slow. I was quite quick around this bottom bit, wasn't I? But I was slow apart from that.
Brilliantly.
To finish last.
And when we say the end, we mean the end of my racing career. I think that's wise, don't you?
Well, you've got room for improvement, that's for sure. But yeah, I think it just highlights how difficult it is to get out on track and exploit a racing car.
That's what's great about getting people into cars. It does make people realise that just driving around in a Lotus is tricky. So when guys get to Formula 1 level, what they do is really amazing.
Yeah, you've got no downforce in a Lotus. You know, in fact, it generates lift as it goes along the straight. So to imagine having 5 times of the load pushing the car into the tarmac as you're trying to go around the corner, that's the thing that's so difficult to make the public understand, the physical demands on the driver when they're in the car.
At least I had a glamorous woman waiting for me when I climbed out the car. That's halfway there, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you definitely fulfill that aspect of the Playboy racing driver with your beautiful wife, but yeah, a long way to go in the driving technique.
Absolutely, and there's no Playboy here, Harriet, just in case you're wondering. Roman Grosjean makes his way down the pit lane, clearly burning off fuel before the start of the race today. It's worth talking about, actually, the fact that I was racing in a Lotus there, because after 15 years out of the sport, Lotus are returning to Formula 1 next season, just one of a few new teams, and it's going to look like quite a different sport next year, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the big thing for next year is no refuelling, and I believe that's going to bring the driver into a bigger part of the race, because he's going to manage his brakes and his tyres much more than he does today.
OK, well, it's a brand new grid for Martin Brundle to get to know, so we've decided to give him an old friend to help him out. We're reuniting on the tarmac, ex-team boss and ex-driver.